Welcome back, our dear viewers, continuing our special coverage for the current war between the United States, Israel, and Iran, and the efforts exerted by Egypt and the keenness by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to stress the importance of the joint effort to de-escalate the tension and prioritizing the diplomatic path in order to try to dissolve the conflict and find a solution to the current crisis in the region. To shed more light on the issue, we are very much delighted to be joined here in studio by Dr. Yasser Tantawy, our international relations expert. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us in today's edition of the Breakfast Show. Sir, how Egypt is positioning itself in a diplomatic way in order to try to find a way out, a solution to the current regional crisis, which started by the war by Israel and the United States on Iran?
I think this is coming from principal issues, which is, or let's say pillars actually, which is, first of all, Egypt is having a very balanced relations with all countries in the region, regardless of how far it's friendly. But let's say we are having very balanced relationship. In addition to that, we have a very powerful, let's say, political influence at international level. Third issue is we are communicating those risks before even the escalation. I think we communicated it far away before it. But unfortunately, some people listen to that, some people ignore that, but the benefit is different. In addition to that, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, our Prime Minister, even the entire government, Prime Minister and so on, were influencing the approach with all countries in the region to influence, we cannot say peace talks, but let's say initiation of suitable negotiation that will keep the benefit for everyone. So regardless of the results that happened, but Egypt was pushing to extreme extent. Even during, by the way, Gaza conference, there was side talks about Iran contribution and so on, and there was lots of discussion aside. So technically, we are engaged 100%, maybe more than some other countries who are already engaged. I mean, engaged in the conflict itself. Yes. In addition to that, we believe that the geographic zone of Egypt, the power and the influence of our other powers, like our soft power, like military power and so, make it the most suitable node to start grabbing some peace, we cannot say talks, but at least peace trend. And this is the approach now. There is no other way, and I think everybody start understanding there is no other way except going for that. So Egypt is positioned for that from beginning. We cannot eliminate or minimize or reduce the value of our contribution, and it is staying far beyond. It came up from Dr. Badr Abdel Ati visits to the region in the past few days. President Fattah al-Sisi calls to other presidents, including other engaged countries, even with the importance of countries like Somalia and so on, because Bab el-Mandab and so on. So we are moving in all directions. We are not focusing only on the attacks, but we are moving in the entire directions that we are having, which is a traditional behavior in the Egyptian politics, that we move in all directions, not focusing on, because this is not a street fight, that we just grab some people to start fighting. It's not a street fight. It needs a very peaceful approach. Elsewise, it's very easy to cause conflict. It's very easy to escalate, but it is almost impossible to de-escalate.
Yes,
so indeed. This is our...
Yes, Doctor, President Sisi reiterated Egypt's condemnation of the attacks on, of course, the Arab countries, and expressed Egypt's full solidarity with the Arab states and the leadership, government, and people on, of course, the fight against these attacks. And we are always respecting the sovereignty, the territorial integrity, and the security of all states, and especially, of course, our Arab brothers. So how do you see here our contribution regarding trying to de-escalate tension, and how we should increase cooperation in order to find an end to this very alarming war in the region?
I think 11 years ago, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi elaborated the idea of having unification of, or unified, we cannot say unified army, but unified armed forces that will support everyone. but unfortunately it didn't go well with some side interests for other countries. For now, we believe that, and for now, we need to be very specific that we cannot just start a military action now, because there is no common base to do that. There is no common communication, there is no common intelligence information and so on that to be shared for that. In addition to that, the behavior of each military power is different. The protection of sovereignty and the borders of any country is something mandated for in any nation, regardless it's small or big country. What other countries are doing, like Iran and so, by attacking Gulf states, even under the claim of attacking other countries' powers and so on. But Iran is doing that because they don't have air defense, they don't have air force and so they are trying to avoid presenting they don't have power by influencing other side of the story, which cannot be correct.
Yes, indeed. Doctor will be back to resume our interview here, and that would be after taking this report and after the top stories where President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi emphasized in calls with the leaders of Qatar, the United Arab Emirates and Jordan the need to reinvigorate the principle of collective Arab security and Egypt's solidarity with the Arab countries amid the escalation in the regional tensions.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi emphasized the necessity of joint action to lower regional escalations and prioritize diplomatic paths to preserve peace during a Tuesday meeting with Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Aouati. Presidency spokesperson Mohammed al-Shenawi said al-Sisi reviewed a comprehensive report on the minister's recent tour of Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Oman and Jordan. The tour featured high-level meetings aimed at bolstering